we've come to Andover to a company called Bowyer Engineering because they've gone through a bit of a transformation in the past 10 years. Now, Todd, what's happened here on the machine shop?
Absolutely. In the last 10 years, we've heavily invested in Matsuura machinery. We've gone from 3-axis machines to multi-axis, 5-axis, autonomous machinery. Our latest one being the MX-330 that you see behind me here. 10 pallets.
Absolutely.
And we're looking for unmanned machining.
And what happens when you go from 3-axis to 5-axis? Big change.
Yeah, so 3-axis, we've always had programming on the shop floor, and they've always sat there. We've gone from a lot of ops. They used to do jobs, complex jobs in sort of 4, 5, 6 operations. We're now looking at the same jobs, high accuracy, high reliability, a lot less operations, and a lot more lights out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big change. And also, again, when you go from 5-axis to automated 5-axis, it's another big leap. Now, what would you say to someone who's considering taking their first step into automation?
How well will it benefit you? That was the question I asked myself. We've gone from having, even on the Matsuuras, it's solely been a setter operator setting highly, complex components. How can we make that work lights out without having someone stood there? We rely heavily on the CAM and making sure our programs are correct, modeling everything in, and then trusting it as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people can have maybe a problem with trying to automate what would be very low volume components, prototype components. What would you say to them?
Yeah, so for us, I mean, we've tried even the simple things. We've tried to take off of the 3-axis, off the 5-axis machines, start small within 3-axis components, lights out, as well as the complex 5-axis stuff that we're also doing now. But we're just gaining lights out machining time and freeing up capacity on our other machines, which is a big important thing for us.
And what gave you the confidence to take on a machine like this with 10 whole pallets you have to fill and 10 pallets you have to keep running, making good parts day in, day out? What gave you the confidence to run this machine?
Having used Matsuuras already in the company, going to another Matsuura wasn't a big change for us. We know the control, we like standardization, so that's what we're aiming for. We knew we could fill it because we've also got 2 MX-850 Matsuuras which have a massive table on them. We're able to take work from them, fill the MX-330 and gain capacity on our much bigger Matsuuras.
Yeah, absolutely. So not only can you do the bigger components with longer cycle times, leave those running, you can do the smaller components with, I guess, shorter cycle times as well, but have those running unmanned as well.
Yeah, that's it. And even on the MX-850s, big components also mean lights out machining overnight, set up during the day, machine overnight, all unmanned as much as possible.
Perfect. And automation is still a big leap though, even though you maintain the same control, the same machinery. How quick was it to get up and running from machine landing, being commissioned, to training, and then actually making the first good component unmanned?
Like I said, once the machine was commissioned and installed, which didn't take too long, for us we were lucky, we knew the machine, so we just had to learn the pallet scheduling side of things. We managed to get our first job running within a couple of days, unmanned, lights out. So that was a massive win for us.
And what kind of component was that?
So we were machining a medium batches of stainless components, which meant we had to rely on the sister tooling, tool break detect, using all of the features that Matsuura offers, just to make sure these components come out right and accurate.
That's amazing because we see kind of very, I don't want to say simple, I don't know the tolerances, but standard prismatic aluminium parts here, which you see a lot of these, but stainless steel is a difficult material to machine.
Yeah, absolutely. So we use a lot of the standard tooling and just make sure we got sister tooling set up. So.
Yeah. So automated, you still managed within 2 days, you still managed to do a stainless steel part unmanned, having never done any automation before.
Absolutely. And we were looking at 48 hours unmanned machining off the bat. So.
That's amazing. That's first step into automation here at Bowyer Engineering. You're on a long journey to transformation. Hopefully we'll be seeing a few more of these on the shop floor.
A few more indeed.